Hi guys, it's me again, Tony Lim, and I'm very excited about this. Why? Because today I'm going to share a little bit about the conspiracy in stock market. So I do believe that many of you who invest in the stock market, and you will be having some sort of thinking that whether this stock market is being controlled or rigging by a group of people which is controlling the markets to go up and or go down. Alright, so today I will be using the English to conduct this sharing. So I hope that those people who are, no matter you are in English educated or you are actually Mandarin educated, so it's okay because I speak in a bilingual basis, and today I will be choosing to use the English because I hope that it will be effectively to bring you some sort of the informations in the conspiracy in stock market. And I really hope also by my sharing today, it will be bring some benefit to you on understanding more about how to really avoid being trapped on the conspiracy. Well, without wasting any time, so I would like to maybe draw a little bit of the attentions from you guys to ask you a few questions. And I got so many things to share with you. That's why I'm so excited about this. So I draw it into a piece of paper. So I hope that I won't actually miss out the points and I want to share with you guys. So number one, I would like to share with you guys is to ask you draw a little bit of I so-called your minds to ask you a question, which is number one. Do you guys still remember that in the year of 2008, which is the Lehman Brothers actually crashed and they're facing the huge losses? Still remember for that? So again, which is followed by last year 2015, which is in the Switzerland, and it actually is facing about nearly 51 billions is total loss. So is because of the currency in the Switzerland have been hammered down. So beside of that, right, the third one actually it happened, which is the latest one, is the Brexit. So many people actually get hurt on that. Am I right? So that is because it's nearly $2 trillion is being just wiped off from the world economy. So maybe perhaps you will have a question to say that does it really coincidence? It's just happened just like that, or is really have a reason why it happens in such way? And maybe in my point of view, right, I can say that is in many years of my experience in stock investing, so I concluded to say that yes, it is that there's the conspiracy actually it did have in the stock market itself, and it's not new. And for information, it's not new, and a lot of people have already know that, which is the stock market are rigging by a group of people actually. So now I would like to draw your attention a little bit is to share about this. And don't worry about that, don't fear about that, because in fact that what the most important is we just need to know how can we make ourselves well prepared, okay, to face there's such a phenomenon. Okay, so in today's lessons, right, in a short live video, I will be sharing two things, okay, two things. So what is that? Okay, number one I will be sharing is regarding for how to detect the conspiracy in financial market. This will be the number one that we'll be sharing, how to detect, because conspiracy in stock market, which is really happen, but it's not easy for us to actually detect really. So we need to have a set of the formula to actually to detect whether this conspiracy is real or whether it's not. And second, we're going to share with you guys is what kind of methodology that can we apply, which is to avoid being trapped into such market phenomenon. So this is number two that we're going to share with you. So before I get started, so I would like to actually take this opportunity to thank you guys for being here today. And I do believe that perhaps you might have more important things to do, but you choose to be here to listen to my sharing. So I hope that my sharing will be benefited to you, and I really will I appreciate, because I feel very touched and I feel so glad that you've been here. So I will use all my 12 years of experience that I have in stock markets, and I will squeeze all the juice, whatever I know. I try my very best to actually share with you about what is the meaning of the conspiracy in the stock market and how this will actually reach on us. Okay. Well. Okay, so how before that, right? I would like to actually start by maybe just share a little bit about how can we detect on this conspiracy in the stock market. So conspiracy in the stock market, actually before it happens, right? Do you realize that suddenly, like in the Lehman Brothers in 2008, it plunged just like that, and we don't even have enough time to really prepare ourselves, which is to get away from that. Okay, which is, this is number one, and to sell our stock, because we just suddenly, you know, the stock market plunges like that. And number two, which is the Black Swan, which is the Black Swan happened, like I mentioned, which is in Switzerland in 2015 last year. So I do believe that there's many people not even get prepared, you know, and the currency in Switzerland just plunged just like that. Within a day, there's nearly a lot huge losses, which is nearly, like just now I mentioned, 51 billions of dollars just wiped up just like that. And so in the conspiracy of these stock markets, right, we can maybe I can divide it into a few elements or a few scenario phenomenal to share with you. Number one, we can see that if stock markets, right, today suddenly if we saw that is creating a higher high. What does it mean? The higher high is the new record. Okay, the new record followed by another new record by another new record, which is they creating the higher and higher and highest level into their record high. And that will be the first scenario that we need to really well prepare already. Because why? Because the stock market might be having those people which is coming in and they want to rig us already in the conspiracy that I found. So, which is number one. So if we found such a scenario happens, right, we do need to actually get some preparation, which is will be a second part later I will share with you. Okay, this is number one. Then you can take a look at if the stock market is creating the higher and higher high scenario, and the new records keep on creating day by day, and that will be the scenario that you need to really very well prepare. Okay, number two is what? Number two is we can see that actually there will be a lot of speculation. Okay, the speculating activities. There will be a lot of people, they are trying to speculate into a stock market during that period of time. So you can see that a lot of people, they are selling or buying in a very short period of time. So they buy today and they sell it tomorrow. So it's a very short period of time. So if we have this kind of scenario really happens, right, so we need to really get ourselves prepared already, because the market will suddenly, out of a sudden, right, it will just plunge just like that. So we really need to get ourselves well prepared. This is number two. Okay, well, I think this is the two most obvious scenario that I can detect for so many years, my experience, about 12 years in stock investing. So normally how I would do is, number two is how are we going to avoid ourselves not being trapped into this we so-called being trapped into this conspiracy of the stock market. Okay, there will be a few ways to actually for us then to avoid to being trapped. So let me share with you. Number one is actually we can try to sell our stock when we detect that the stock market is creating hitting the record high and another record high, and followed by another record high again. So what should we do is, number one is we can sell off our 60% of our share. Okay, 60% of our stock which is on hand that we have, we sell away the 60%. And what do we keep is only the 40% of the stock, okay, that we keep in the stock market. And 60% what we keep is actually cash. Why do we do so? Because we understand that after the conspiracy is really materialized, right, then the stock market will plunge drastically, be it in US or in the Asian market or in China, in Taiwan, in Australia, anyway. Okay, so what do we do is, because we already have the 60% cash on hand, right, what can we do is we use that 60% and we can so-called to leverage up our stock if we already facing some losses. Or number two is we have that so-called 60% cash on our hand. We can actually grab some undervalued stock during that period of time. Which is what should we do when we see the new records happening and appearing day by day, week by week, or month by month. Okay, the second way is which is about the trading itself. The trading which is called the short-term trading. Then you saw a lot of people which is trading at this. They are creating the short-term trading. Then they just what we can say is today they buy the stock and tomorrow they want to sell it away to just get a profit for 5% or even higher. So during that period of time, it's really, you can see the the phenomenon is really happens, or a lot of traders is come out, speculators is trying to trade the stock, and they're not going to a long-term investment anymore, and we need to really very careful already. Okay, in this part, right, what do we need to do is another method that I can share with you, which is we can apply for the short-term trading strategy, which is we trade our stock, same like them, we write on their trend, you know, write on their strategy just to buy the stock, and then we sell it away in a very short period of time. Okay, so of course, during that period of time, we must be really very careful, because we need to put in the stop losses, because if we don't have the stop losses, right, it will be very ugly. So if we really go into a scenario which is a conspiracy, they punch so much, right, then we're facing the huge losses again. Okay, so this will be number 2, that we really must be very careful when we're facing such a scenario. Okay, so this is about the conspiracy, actually, in short, that I can share with you guys. Then I hope that my sharing will be benefited to you today, which is about the conspiracy in the stock market. And in the future, I will share with you guys again more about stock investing information and knowledge, and how are we going to invest or trade in the stock market. And if you have any questions and regarding for the conspiracy in the stock investment, feel free to just drop me so-called a message or what, or somehow into my like page. Then our people will actually prompt me, and what happened is that I will try to reply you again about the actions and the methodology and the solution, what should we take. Okay, so I hope my sharing today will be benefited to you, and I hope that you will learn some things. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and Tony Lim here, and thank you so much again for watching, and see you again, guys. Bye.